Inshallah. So before we start streaming, or more gaming, we're streaming right now. Before we start gaming, I need to get dinner ready. So I want to have a set schedule and start at 4:30. So here we are. Today's dinner is bagel pizza. So we're making some quick bagel pizza. We're gonna throw it in the fridge and then throw it in the oven when it's dinner time. So everybody gets to watch me cook. I am on my laptop currently, so I'm sorry if there's a lot of noise. I don't even know where the microphone is on this thing. Okay. I was gonna grab my webcam that's on my PC, my desktop, and set that up and everything, but I have to put it all back to play the game, so we're not gonna do that. Alright, so we're just gonna do 6 pieces, so 3 bagels. I was smart. I went to the grocery store after work and I also picked up some uh, honey pecan cream cheese because we're not going to eat all the bagels with this pizza thing. So frickin' keep the bagels and eat some cream cheese with it. Plus, it's cream cheese that I know my wife will eat. So 2 birds, 1 stone. Or 2 birds, 1 bagel. Let me just open these up. I don't give a shit about wearing gloves. Which I heard my coworkers talking today about. I put gloves on all the time when I'm cooking. My brother looks at me like I'm crazy. Do you know how used to I am wearing gloves? I have gloves in the drawer right underneath this laptop, so excuse me for any noise you may hear as I open it. Like, I have literally a box of gloves. I use it for everything. If I'm getting my hands dirty, if I'm like, I made cookies a while back. When I made those cookies, I freaking put the gloves on and stirred the cookie dough. It's just convenient. Why not? Handling raw chicken, put on some gloves. I have, I don't really have to wash my hands if I put on gloves, you know? It's just revolutionary things. Go to the store, buy some fucking gloves. You have no idea how much of a game changer it will be. I don't want to make a mess. Last time I made these, my wife is the one who did the sauce, and she just free poured it like this. I'm like, no, I'm not a heathen. I'm using a fucking spoon. If you ever want to do this yourself, I would suggest this Classico traditional pizza sauce one. That guy, it's really good, tasty. But any pizza sauce will do. I believe, there's a pizza sauce in a squeeze bottle. That would be a good alternative to also keep it not messy, you know. So we're just gonna put some pieces on a bagel. And if anybody is curious, what I'm drinking is, well, I had to go to the grocery store to get the bagels because lo and behold, last time I went to the store, I got a shit ton of stuff for dinner. I was like, I'm just gonna get a shit ton of dinner stuff, call it good for a couple of days. Well, I went and got the pizza sauce, I went and got the cheese, I went and got the fucking pepperoni, and guess what I forgot? Goddamn bagels. Like, great. I have the essence of pizza without the pizza, you know? So we got the bagels. For some reason, so normally when I'm at work, and you know, it's buttfuck early, I can order grocery pickup and then set it to pick it up in the afternoon, like 2 to 3, because I'm supposed to get off at work at 2. So I'm like, oh, I'll just order pickup of a couple things. And as soon as I get off work, I swing by the grocery store, they throw it in my trunk, I drive home. Well, today, when I was like, I need to order a few things, plus the bagels, my wife is out of half and half, which is a freaking emergency when it comes to this household. I don't have time for coffee in the morning, but my wife certainly does. So I was like, I need to get the bagels. And I asked her if it was okay if I used her card to pay for groceries. She's like, yeah, sure. So I go on the Smith's app. I start placing the pickup order and everything I need. I'm being fine. There's no reason for me to be this articulate, but whatever. I put in all my shit, the bagels, the half and half, everything I need for a couple more days of dinner. Like, I got taco fixins and stuff like that. And then it's like, okay, choose a day. I'm like, all right, today, 7 and 8. 7 to 8 are the only ones available. I'm like, holy shit, what do you mean only the evening is available? 7 to 8 p.m. Like, what the front door? So it like confused me for a little bit there. I'm like, frick, okay. Well, let me put it till tomorrow. So I put it to tomorrow. I took off the bagels and the half and half because she needs the half and half now, and I need the bagels now. So I'll just go to the store after work and grab both of those things and then have the pickup order for tomorrow. No big deal. For some reason on the app, I keep getting technical difficulties. So I sit in the locker room of my work, which already my job is kind of like in a basement of the hospital. So cell reception is in the dumpster. So it was already pretty fucking difficult for me to get reception. I'm connected to the guest Wi-Fi, but even then it's kind of shitty. um, so I was trying to do that, and I kept getting a technical error difficulty. And when I tried to do the checkout on the app, it was charging me the pickup fee. I'm like, what the front door? There's never been a pickup fee before. Like, you have to spend $35 or more. I even went onto their website to double check. Like, is this new? Did they suddenly put in a pickup fee again? No, you have to spend $35 or more. And I was spending over $52 with everything, even minus the half and half and the bagels. I'm like, I'm still spending way enough to get myself without the pickup fee. So I think that was part of the technical difficulty. So I was like, whatever. But I really want to place this pickup order on the off chance it gives me issues or whatever. So I ended up going to their actual website on my phone through Google Chrome, and I was able to place the order there. And they also had the similar thing where there was only evening availability. I thought that was related to the technical difficulties. It wasn't. So I don't know if maybe they're short-staffed when it comes to people doing the pickup orders. The last few times I've done the pickup orders, I've noticed it's the same hella cool person that packs my trunk. I know because they have a tattoo of the HRC, the equal sign, the blue equal sign from the Human Rights Campaign. So I'm just like, you seem like a kick-ass person because that always means you're for humans, you know, fucking humanity. That sort of bullshit. I feel like my wife is just gonna be like, why do you want more penises to us? Dude, last time we did this, we had 2 of these jars, and I was feeding like my whole fucking family. We were feeding, it was 8 people? I think it was 8 people. It was me, my wife, my mom, my dad, my brother, his girlfriend, or his wife, sorry, and my 2 grandparents. So, yeah, there was fucking 8 of us, and I needed to feed them these for lunch. I got 2 of these jars, which ended up being perfect, but it was kind of cutting it close there. So I'm just like, wife, you're fucking ease up. We need to be able to make more of these, you know? But we got through it. And there was actually a lot of bagels left over because, well, I ate 3 myself because I was like, these are freaking bomb.com. And I ended up eating more than I anticipated because I was like, well, at least have enough for 2 for everybody, you know? This is an instance where I would put on gloves because I know my hands are dirty. But at the same time, a good rule of thumb is if you're cooking it, don't fucking worry about it. Like, but I don't really want to worry about washing my hands. So I'm just gonna put on this glove right here and cheese it. Especially cheese can just get so freaking fittery, and using your hands instead of like say a spatula or tongs or some shit is just always so much easier. I don't really care whether or not I miss the bagel, so I'm just gonna cheese them up. I think my wife is more concerned about getting a lot of pepperonis on each bagel. Okay, you heathen. I want to make sure there's enough pepperoni on your bagel. Which I did get a whole bag. And if it's just the 2 of us, well, she can have as much fucking pepperoni. Like, I'll freaking layer it up like a motherfucker. I'm then this is a pizza blend cheese. So it's like perfect for this. It's not just mozzarella. It's got smoke flavored provolone, Parmesan, and Romano cheese. Parmesan and Romano, I don't really know the fucking difference if you ask me. Oh my god, I was talking about. I hate when I go on tangents. I was talking about if you're wondering what I'm drinking. So I went to the store to get bagels and half, and while I was doing that, I noticed that eggnog is back on the shelves. So I was like, fuck yeah, I grabbed the last Southern Comfort eggnog. Which, there's this guy on YouTube that I watch, How to Drink That. I think it's How to Drink That. It's either How to Drink That or How to Drink. And he's a fun guy to watch. Anyways, he did a quick little review about eggnogs. And I haven't really had much other eggnogs. I'm not a big eggnog connoisseur, so I'm just not, like, snobby about it. I think it's alright. I think the Southern Comfort's alright. He hated it. He said it tasted way too artificial. And, you know, it probably does. If I had another more, like, very sophisticated eggnog, I'd probably taste the difference. But I taste shit, bro. It just tastes like cream, really, to me, with a little bit of vanilla. I'm sure it could be better. Like, I think I've made my own eggnog because I gave my dad a World of Warcraft cookbook once. I have one too. I got one on my wedding, and then somebody gave it to me for Christmas. I'm like, I already have it. So I gave him my extra one, and there was a eggnog recipe in the back, so we ended up doing it. He ended up cooking the eggs, so we had to strain out the cooked eggs. Do I have to rip this? Yes, I do. There we go. Now I can open it. America's #1 pepperoni brand, Hormel. Aren't you guys the same people that like make the bologna and really packaged meats? I feel like I should have two gloves for this. Oh. Anyways. So I have eggnog. And the first time I had eggnog, well, I don't remember the first time I had eggnog, but the time that I remember where I was like, I don't like eggnog, my dad always drank eggnog with brandy or cognac. And I was growing up, I want to say this was only a few years ago, where I was just like, yeah, sure, you know what? I'm going to give eggnog a try with brandy in it and see how it is. You know, I like brandy as an alcohol. I wonder how eggnog is. I couldn't for the life of me recall what exactly eggnog was like. But I remember not really caring for it. It's usually the texture for me because it's so thick that's probably what turned me off to eggnog is the thickness of it, and I don't really like that. So I was like, maybe some brandy would help it along, like flavor-wise. Maybe I wouldn't really care about the texture so much if I did. So, hang on. Or whatever. Okay. One thing I despise about this new monitor is I have it set to a special, like, mode. Whenever the screen goes dark, the mode goes away, and then it programs it to and moves all my freaking applications to that monitor. I'm like, why? Stop shifting my shit around. Anyways, there we go. That's enough. There's plenty of pepperoni for her to eat with her hands, you know? So, I tried it with a little bit of brandy, and it turned out like, oh man, this is really good. And I think another thing is when I add ice to it. If I added ice to it, it just helps it along. Helps thin it out. Well, that's one of the things that the guy on How to Drink That, he tried this one eggnog and was like, man, it's super thick. I just don't care for it. And he ended up shaking it with ice. Just like freaking bar shaking it with ice. And he's like, freaking worlds of improvement because it helps break down that thickness and everything. And I'm like, that's what I've needed my entire life is a freaking just to shake it to break down the thick knob, you know? Alright, and I still have pizza sauce left over, so I could do this again, because pizza sauce is gonna last forever. Freaking acid and tomatoes, it's gonna last a really long time. So we got this all done. I'm not gonna worry about wrapping it. But what I'm gonna worry about is where the hell can I put it in this fridge? Or maybe I should put it in the freezer. I'm not leaving it out. That's just too much to ask. Oh, you know what? Maybe. Okay, I think I can make this work. It's gonna be a little precarious. It's gonna freak me out, but I think I can fit it in here. Let's see. Oh god, that's ballsy. That's ballsy. Alright, that evens it out a little bit more. Can I close the door? I can close the door. Can I open it up again? Alright, we're good. Alright. My paranoia is that my wife comes home and then like rips open the fridge door and then it decides to tumble. So I did a couple takes of opening it. Alright, so what we're gonna try is I have all my streaming software set up on the main computer. I have a Streamlabs controller on my phone. So what I'm going to try to do is tell it to go live on the main computer and not at all end the stream. It'll be one continuous stream, I hope. Let's see, go live. Okay, so I'm going to end here.